Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and we are back today with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. And today, as you can see, two Republic War transport ships have been downed, and the Legion that was within them trying to deliver supplies to this planet was Captain Locke's Legion. So here's Captain Locke himself. Most of his legion made it out on escape pods or gunships that crashed or tried, jumping in an ATTE and then, launching and falling to the ground for it to only explode because it's an ATTE. That's the story I'm making up for those. And essentially, it's just a disaster. This was a horrible crash landing for the two ships. Clones did end up making it out, but probably not nearly as many as they had hoped, and a lot of them are just sort of dead on the battlefield, and most of their equipment has been destroyed. And what's worse is that there is now a droid legion on their way to attack their position. So Captain Locke had his troopers go ahead and scrounge around, get out any crates or barricades they could find in the wreckage, throw them about. Some of the escape pods came equipped with some, guns and things like that they could utilize. Even the crew members and the pilots and whatnot are, getting in on this action because it's all or nothing right now. Either you survive or you die. It's not looking too hot for Captain Locke's Legion right now. So, we'll see how this goes. The droids do have super battle droids, and then also these droidicus snipers, which are quite schmexy looking. I like them a lot. And some, of course, standard droid infantry as well will be coming forward. So we'll see if Captain Locke and his downed legion can survive this oncoming onslaught. So without further ado, I'll be right back and we'll get this thing started. Alrighty then, you bad Larrys, we're ready to go ahead and get this thing started. Now, the battle's probably going to start immediately, so just be prepared for that, because the droids are so close to the clone lines at this moment. So, let's, we could start at like half speed, just to get a bearing here. So, droid army starts coming forward, super battle droids, firing those wrist rockets. Clones better watch out, man. But most of them going down really, really early. This is when the clone fire output is going to be at its absolute peak right now, so this is an ideal time to target the strongest droid units and just get them out of the game almost immediately. But despite the fact that the clones are pouring fire into droid lines, a lot of the super battle droids are still marching on forward here. Now they're starting to go down completely. Very, very good. Nice job, clones. But in comes the regular battle droid infantry, as well as some of these droidica snipers. These droidica snipers have their little tic-tac legs, so they're going rather slowly and sort of shuffling around. Shimmying. Shimmy, shimmy. They're doing the shimmy, man. But they're coming forward nonetheless. Only a few super battle droids left alive. Clone first line is actually hanging in there okay. They're taking a lot of losses, which is to be expected, but they've still got some resistors left alive, and they're still outputting a decent amount of fire, which is good to see. Alright, why don't we go into normal speed now? Bada bing. And now we should watch the clone lines falter even faster. Yeah, these early guys here are not in the most primo positions because, well, this defense altogether was probably thrown about rather hastily. They crashed down. They had to wake up, recover if they had concussions or anything like that. They're probably still pretty loopy. And they didn't have a lot of time, so the droids kind of showed up right away. So these guys who were isolated way, way far out here just kind of grabbed whatever was in the escape pod, threw it outside as cover. If there was a machine gun in there, they probably slapped it together real quick. And that was that. They were stuck in that position to begin with. So these early lines are going to probably crumble rather rapidly for the clones, and we are seeing that because these guys who are farther out are way, way more isolated from the main group of Captain Locke's troopers who are way out here and in a much tighter position because these guys probably had more time to set up. They were probably part of the main group of clones who were tossed into this battle together, so they collectively could like wake each other up and be like, all right, let's get set up here, you know. So the command structure is still intact back there, but the outskirts troopers are going down. Droidicus sniper ticky-tackying on forward here. looking for some nice shots on these clones, perhaps connecting with a few, not quite sure. Seems like the left side over here is doing far better than the right over there. The far right on this side has taken substantial losses for the battle droid army, but the left's actually coming forward quite nicely. I mean, these guys are doing wonders. Some clones have actually retreated up here. These free roaming clones have come up onto the top of this hill and chosen to fire downwards at the oncoming droid army. Not a bad idea. They've got the high ground, might as well utilize it. Clones over here in this little position. Looks like one of their gunners went down. This other clone pilot set his up in a rather awkward position. Maybe he didn't have time and just sort of put her down and was like, this is it. This is the spot where I'm going to defend from. Oh, but he's got some cheeky angles for when the droids come up that way, so I'll be excited to see if he holds out from over there. Captain Locke still alive and well. He's just sort of chilling under suppression at the moment, but his main circle has taken a few losses, not too many though, so they're still structurally stable. Sort of the second line of defense. If we were to sector this off, this would be like the first line right here, second line right here, and final and third line right there. We are definitely deep into the second line of defense right now, with some of these guys going down pretty rapidly, but still having a nice amount of fire going out against the enemy. So the second line's still alive, but faltering. And another definite advantage that the droids have is the fact that the clones have probably half of their makeup of their army right now as naval officers, ATTE and ATRT gunners, and clone pilots, troopers who are not sort of trained in the means of traditional ground warfare. Maybe they had a few courses at the academy where they, you know, picked up some rifles, fought some clankers, that sort of a thing, but their primary sort of method of fighting is from the sky and from the air. These guys are not used to being a part of a ground force, and as such they're probably far less equipped and in worse training condition than a standard clone trooper to fight these incoming battle droids. So that's definitely a benefit for the droids. Maybe the ATRT/ATTE gunners who are thrown about throughout the map. These guys in red and this sort of off yellow here. These troopers might be a little bit more equipped because, you know, when your ATRT goes down, because it's not exactly a very structurally well-equipped tank weapon, when that does end up going down inevitably, you probably do have to whip out the DC-15C and S and, you know, get some kills on the ground. So those guys are probably a little bit more prepared, but the clone pilots, I have a feeling, aren't really used to it, because on the rare occasion where you do get shot down, it's not likely that you're put into a position where you can hold out for a long period of time. You're probably either captured or recovered from your own friendly army. So those guys are probably not nearly as well equipped. And the naval officers are never equipped. I mean, those guys probably, in the history of the Clone Wars, probably almost never get into ground combat. Except for situations like this, or, you know, the odd boarding party, that sort of a thing. So it's definitely interesting. I like this sort of differentiation of units who you might not typically see in the field of battle, but in this unique situation, they're just sort of thrown into it. We do have a minigun trooper over here who's rapid firing into the oncoming battle droids. This guy's valuable. He needs to be kept alive. He is taking a few shots to the helmet and things like that. Seems like grazing shots at the moment, but if he keeps on getting nicked by these droids, he will inevitably go down, which could be bad. Our little clone pilot friend over here is still alive. Oh, I'm so proud of you, buddy. I wonder if he's gotten any kills. Let's check him out. He's got 1 kill. Not bad. All right, my man. A little bit of an awkward position for him, and these droids are gunning for him, but not quite managing to nail a shot here. You can really only see the very tip of his head right there. So these droids are in for a challenge to actually get the kill there, but I'm proud of our man. He's still alive and still kicking. Alright, droid forces coming up on the left still strongly. This is definitely their strongest position. Oh, but the right has recovered a bit since that shaky beginning, and these guys are actually quite close as well. Not quite close enough or strong enough to do that final decisive blow to the clone units here, but they're closing in, getting that chokehold on the clones quite tight. But the clones still got some fight left in them, and I think they could definitely make a comeback here and win this thing completely. Oh, 1 second, my dog's barking. I'm gonna pause the video and be right back. Alright guys, sorry about that, my dog was just barking for a little bit there, but look, now we have this beautiful 3D picture of the battle that's going on. This is always really cool to just sort of like go through the landscape, see all the stuff. It reminds me of in The Force Awakens when Kylo Ren like freezes the blaster bolt. Kind of reminds me of that. Okay, well, enough of this 3D painting. Onwards through the battle. There we go. Okay, so I really don't know who's going to win this in all honesty. I think it's 50-50. I think it's toss-up right now in this very moment. Either side has the strength to pull out a victory. It just depends on who capitalizes on their situation the best. Right now, a couple of grenades coming out towards these clone troopers. They're in pretty nice positions for grenading. If they wanted to toss out one of their own right here against these droids, that'd be a pretty sneaky-beaky grenade. Ooh! A clone pilot was chilling underneath that ATTE, but he got found out and killed. Speaking of clone pilots, our boy over here is still alive. Way to go, dude. I'm so happy for this guy. I'm glad he's alive. I want him to live till the end. He has 2 kills. Not bad, not bad. Very nice. Oh, and our guys on the hill retreated way back there. Interesting strat. A little bit cowardice, but that's alright. Oh, and there's some on this side, too. That's what you get for having free-roaming units, is they just kind of, well, they free-roam backwards until they're out of danger. Captain Locke's troopers in the middle ground over here are starting to wither a little bit. But they're withering in the coolest way possible. In a final stand situation. I love the clone pilot there with his DC-17. It's like, I'm helping, don't worry. Oh, the clones have another turret right here. This is a very valuable turret. It's in a really good spot, actually, to suppress the droids. If they keep this thing alive, it could be a total game changer. This thing's in a pro spot. Very nice, very nice. And it's got backup, too, just in case the droids get a little too close to the turret. The backup can deal with the proximity enemies while the turret continues to suppress these guys out here. That's a brilliant turret spot. How many kills does it have? I'm guessing 10. Place your comments below. How many kills? 28! And 1 super battle droid kill. 29 now. Okay, that's an impressive turret right there. That's a pretty good turret. My goodness, never doubt the power of a turret. There's also another one over here in a less good position. It's got this sand dune right here sort of blocking its fire. So that's definitely a problem there. Well, it's actually kind of a gift and a curse because actually provides it with a really nice bit of cover, because I guarantee if this sand dune wasn't there right now, this turret would be gone. It would be dead for sure. For sure. There's actually another turret over here. The clones had maybe 6 or 7 turrets to begin with, and seems like they still got like 3 or 4 left alive in pretty good positions too, so that could be game-changing right here, as the droids definitely outnumber the clones still right now, but these turrets are doing a nice job of actually keeping them at bay. A bunch of the droids using this broken-down bark speeder here as cover. Probably a full squad of droids right there. If the clones could, like, hit the gas canister or something on this and actually make this vehicle explode, that would be pretty legendary, but I'm not sure if regular infantry fire can explode the bark turrets. Bark speeders, not bark turrets. Or if it has to be like an explosive, like a grenade. Because I know these will explode, but I'm not sure if light arms fire can do that. Bunch of droids taking cover within a downed LAAT gunship over here. Still getting some nice crossfire out. Actually hitting this turret a little bit in the side. If they focus fire on this thing and take it out, that'd be a huge weight off of these droids' backs over here. That'd be pretty nice. Clone pilot, you still alive? You still kicking? Very nice, very nice. I like our guy over there. What should we name him? Comment below. What should we name our clone pilot friend? I think he's worthy of a name, right? Oh, actually, the cowardice clone troopers up here on the hillside, maybe they weren't so cowardice. Maybe they were looking for the right time to strike and stand up there and begin firing down the mountain, because that is what they are doing now. Bunch of clones way back here. This turret, for some reason, the clones are not on it. Well, it doesn't really have much of an angle at all to hit any droids. Maybe those droids out there. Maybe it got hit by some droid fire and is now broken, because that does happen to the turrets in this game. But not this turret. This one's still holding this entire sand dune hostage over here with little to no resistance from the droids. Impressive, all by itself. But the droids are getting some nice crossfire this way. Just take that out. Come on, guys, you got this. Droids, I believe in you. Well, the battle continues to rage on here. Captain Locke's troopers in the very center here, not having to do much anymore, as lots of the turrets sort of in the back on the higher tops and points of the map are taking over much of the fire currently. Actually, fire just sort of dying altogether. Okay. Brief moment of silence here. This could be a good time for the clones to regroup, heal up a little bit. Droids do the same, and then both of them can rejuvenate their defense/attack. A few droids actually creeping on forward this way. A couple of shots coming out from the right side over here. Nothing too much, nothing too substantial. Oh, but the left side over here erupting into fire once more. This time the droid's actually in front of the bark speeder in an exposed position. They did not make it very far forward before the clones took advantage of that position and started to fire. I think there are clones in... Yeah, there are clones in the ship. These guys are glitched. Don't worry. For some reason, the ships don't have, like, actual weight or hitboxes or anything like that in-game, which can be kind of annoying, because then, yeah, units can just go inside them, which is stupid, but that's okay. Oh well. What can be done? Nothing. Alright. Clone defense. It's definitely dwindling, but they're holding fast. They're at least putting up the best effort they possibly can. Actually, there's a ton of clones way back here at this escape pod. I actually didn't know all these guys were back here, and still alive, like a lot of them. Maybe they weren't in range of the droids until really recently, and that's why they've been shooting now all of a sudden. One of them is a minigunner. Looks like they had a turret here, but they're not utilizing it. I manned all the turrets, so I don't know why some of the clones decide to hop off of them for whatever reason. Now they're actually receiving some return fire from those droids in the distance. I bet those droids would absolutely kill for a droideka sniper or super battle droid, some type of armor right now to get them through this point, because at the moment they're just stuck in these awful choke points. I mean, really, these sand dunes, I'm sure the droids kind of have a love-hate relationship with them, because for one, they provide them with like almost the entire cover of the map, because without these sand dunes it would be flat and there would be debris around the map that they could utilize, but it's really sparse, so all these guys would likely be just getting absolutely hit hard by incoming clone fire without much cover. It'd be really rough without these sand dunes, but on the other hand, it's making the clones' job so much easier because they can hide in these like little valleys of sand dunes and just shoot whenever the droids crest over their own, and then the droids are exposed, so they get locked into this terrible situation. So I think at first maybe the sand dunes were godsend for the droids, and they were able to sort of push forward really, really nicely and really fast because they had all this nice available cover here. But the later and later on in the battle that they went, they're actually turning into a bit of an enemy to the droids. The right side over here isn't even trying to attack their own side. They're really just doing crossfire this way, and to really little or no avail. They're getting a few shots on these guys who are manning this turret, but not enough to get any kills or anything like that. Yeah, this is turning into a bit of a stalemate battle here, as the droids are not coming that far forward at all, and the clones are just locked into their positions currently. So we'll just have to see what happens. It's a bit of a waiting game at the moment, which is kind of a shame. I'd like to see action. Well, we are actually getting some good action, so I'm okay with this. This is nice and chill. So yeah, actually, speaking of nice and chill, I am taking a bit of a vacation from June 28th until the 4th, July 4th, that is. I'll be heading down to Florida, hanging out with the family, that sort of a thing. So that'll be a lot of fun. I do have some videos planned. I've got a couple made right now. I'm hoping to get enough to fill out all of those days I'm going to be gone. It's yet to be seen if that will fully happen. I'm thinking about maybe doing some like alternative content during that time. You know, sprinkle in a few Men of War videos in there. Um, but also maybe do some like weird Star Wars Battlefront 2 mods, maybe do like some older Star Wars games. I mean, obviously we'll keep with the trend of the channel, which is Star Wars, you know, the niche that we've got going here. But maybe experiment a little bit with it. You know, do some weird mods for older games and things like that. But don't worry, I'll also have some regular Men of War content to deliver to you guys, because I know that's what the majority of people subscribe for and things like that. So don't you worry, but I am super excited to go on vacation. Not work at all. That'll be really nice. That'll be quite swell. Alright, so the droids here, still in the same situation as before. If we look at the minimap right now, blue are the clones and red are the droids, and I think it's actually gotten to the point where the clones outnumber the battle droids, which is quite strange because not 5 minutes ago the droids probably outnumbered the clones about 2 to 1. And some of the free-moving clones are getting gutsy enough to come super far forward and you know, strike back, do some counterattacks and things like that. So Captain Locke's defense, sorry, I'm having trouble speaking all of a sudden, is really doing a swell job here. How many kills has this thing gotten? 36 and 1 super battle droid. It's gotten even more impressive since the last time we checked. This one's gotten 16 kills. That's not bad. It's pretty good. This one's gotten 15. What about this one here? This one's gotten 25. This one's actually performed a lot better than I actually thought it had. I didn't think it had done that well. How about this clone pilot? Oh, he ended up picking up another kill, so he's at 3. I like this guy. He is our friend. There's also apparently a group of 3 clones hiding underneath this ATTE, not a few yards away from some of the remaining battle droids. That's actually kind of insane. Nutty, if you will. Oh, boy. Alright, well, the battle continues onward. Oh, actually, one of the gunners over here on this thing died, but did have a backup gunner who was feeding ammunition previously, so this thing is still standing, much to probably the droids' dismay. I'm sure they'd like to kill that thing mighty fast. Ooh, 1 second, guys. I gotta pause one more time. Hey, guys. Sorry about all the pauses in this video today. Oh, did it start recording? Okay, I think it did. Hey guys, sorry about all the pauses in this video today, but we're getting back into it here. So, droids just sort of chilling for the moment. Not too much action. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're coming forward over here, like big time. Rounding over the sand dune, coming into clear view of the clone defenders. It is setting themselves up for a better shot, but I mean, they don't have any cover, and look at this. The clones just have a wide open shot at taking these guys out. Captain Locke hopefully racking up some kills. I'd love to see him get a nice little kill count going there, because it's always fun when the commanders get involved in the battles a little bit more. This turret over here is still wreaking havoc on the droids. This turret over here is silent for the moment because this side over this way didn't do the same push that the other side did. These guys choosing to stay in their current positions rather than moving forward and joining in the assault with their friends over here. These guys over here, in fact, down to just about 5 or 6 troopers. They are not really capable of doing too much with those numbers, and it's probably going to fall pretty heavily, the burden of this battle, on these guys over here. We've actually got a clone. Oh, these guys are free roamers underneath the ATTE tanks. These guys could make some plays. Maybe if they popped out over here, they could maybe like throw a grenade or something. Unless they got themselves stuck under the ATTE, or they're like looking for a peek hole or something like that. That'd be pretty sick. But these 3 could do some serious damage, as it seems like the droids don't even know what they're up to. Oh, these guys, I'm actually really excited. These guys could like get a really gnarly grenade off. That'd be sick. Oh, we got a little bit of movement. Do it. Do it. Come on. Oh, just like one perfectly placed grenade will blow up this speeder and all the droids around it. Oh, is he gonna do it though? Oh, he crawled. That my disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. This is terrible. Alright, at least we still got this clone turret over here. Except it's not really firing at that droid. Well, I guess you can really just barely see the tip of his head there, so I guess he doesn't really have a shot on him. Oh, a couple more shots going in this way. It looks like maybe these guys were found out, along with their friend who is already dead. We got maybe 20 or so droids left alive around the battlefield right now. Not a lot. They're not capable of doing too much at the moment. This clone's sort of roaming around, getting into different positions. Not a terrible position here. I mean, he should probably be behind the cover right here, but instead he's choosing to stand in front. He does have the sand dune there, so that, I mean, it's acceptable. Not the end of the world. Alright, these guys actually creeping on forward a little bit. Gaining some momentum over here with their little army crawls through the sand. Oh, these guys over here distracting while these guys crawl forward. If they could get to maybe, I don't know, here, this ditch, they'd be close enough for a grenade, probably. It's a little unlikely that'll happen. Ooh, big movements going on. Big movements. Well, that droid just kind of stood there. He was done. He's done with the battle. He's ready to go offline. Oh my goodness. This battle really did kind of wither away into not a whole lot of action. I mean, we're still getting some pretty consistent shots going, but compared to the beginning of the battle where it was just all-out warfare, this is very tame. Let's check out some of the kill counts here. Captain Locke, still no kills. It's kind of disappointing. This guy's got 5. This guy's got 2. And these are both gunners, which is pretty cool. This guy over here has none, but he's been kind of hiding behind that sand dune the whole time. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. Okay. This turret has 43 now. This guy's got 1. This guy's got none. None. This guy's got 4 and 1 super battle droid kill, or droid kill. And this guy's got 1 kill. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. This turret has 18. That's not bad. That guy's got none. This guy's got 1. So really, not a whole lot of troops in this back line really have done too much, to be honest. They're all just sort of chilling. Not really catching too many kills. And of course, our clone pilot friend over there is still alive, which is great. Love him. Oh, these guys totally fell apart. They've got 1 trooper left alive on this side. That is no bueno. No bueno in the slightest. These guys got a solid amount. Alright, nothing's really happening, so I'm going to take the bold step to send these droids forward. We're going to send them towards cover, though. That way they, you know, still fight and things like that, and actually are in a good position here. But they're getting chopped to bits. The clone defense is too strong at this point for their numbers. Maybe if they had double or triple the amount of troopers they have right now, they'd be able to actually do some damage to the clones here, but instead they're just getting absolutely whacked by the sheer number of clones. It's not going too well. If I hadn't moved these guys, we would have just seen another 20 minutes of 1 droid getting killed every minute or so, and them not killing any clones, most likely, so I thought we'd just go ahead and move them forward there just to get the battle going a little bit. Alright, these 2 healing up. They're it, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, they got 1 guy back here. And, alright, we got maybe like 5 troopers left. Let's gather them all over here. All retreat back, retreat back. We'll get them on the flank here, and they can push up that way. We'll give them the optimal opportunity for victory. Although I don't think it's going to be possible now. I think setting them up right against this escape pod over here would be good. Let's see, we got 1 machine gunner, and the rest are E5 troopers. E5 troopers are highly inaccurate. That's definitely the worst weapon for them to have. Alright, they're not firing from this position. Oh, they fire right when I move them out of the position. Alright guys, get back to the position. Of course, naturally. And looks like they lost their machine gunner. Last 4 of them, putting up a little bit of a fight here. Not too much. There's not that much more they can do. There's still 20 or 30 clones left alive, and turrets, which is the main problem, I think. I think those turrets really saved the clones' butts here. If they didn't have those turrets, they probably would have been done for a while ago. Alright, last three we're forcing forward. One goes down, the other two still making it. One more goes down. Last one makes it to the cover, but I mean, it's just a matter of time. There we go. He gets his shot in the back of the head. Poor droid. Okay, so that'll just about do it for this battle. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. The last few bits there were sort of lulled in terms of action, but the beginning and middle were very, very feisty, and the end was just a mad scrape for the droids to maybe accomplish something, and they just didn't manage to. So red on the battlefield are dead droids, yellow are dead clones. And I mean, losses were pretty rampant for everyone all over the battlefield. The clones came out of this with so few troopers, a heck of a lot of losses, and nothing really gained because they already lost their two ships in the process of the beginning of this battle. It's just, it's tough. At least they defeated a droid legion, which is nice for them. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Discord, Overtone, Twitter, all my social medias. Links are in the description below. If you want to get more in touch with the channel and interact a little bit more, I'm active on most of those. And yeah, thanks so much. I'll see y'all later. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.